like why did you join? What was that moment for you that I guess that you decided like, okay, I'm ready to kind of do something. Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me, I feel like so I was really busy with sports in high school, and ever since
Mhm.
I graduated from high school, the scale just started to kind of go up and up, and like I started to like just feel like I didn't want to get in pictures anymore, and like even with my kids, like I wouldn't want to get in pictures, or I'd be like
Mhm.
try to do like the side, like kind of position myself sideways. So it was just
Yeah. Okay.
like I
So,
I feel like I would wake up and that would dictate my day, right? And it was
mm,
very mental.
yeah.
And I tried like Weight Watchers, I tried intermittent fasting. I had done a program that was called Body for Life like 25 years ago,
Yeah.
and it worked for me. Like I think I lost like 10 or 12 pounds. And so
Hmm.
I was like, should I try that? So I was
Right.
just kind of like constantly trying to figure out what to do. Like Weight
Yeah.
Watchers, I felt like they had all these zero foods, but that just didn't work for me because I felt like maybe I was eating too many. So
Right.
um it's funny because I'd found this woman online and she ended up, I paid like $79 for a 4-day program with her. And like, it was
Yeah.
kind of like a scam, but
Oh, not a deal. Oh, sorry, Jess.
I was so annoyed.
Yeah.
And so I was watching your videos for a couple weeks, like just kind of like, I feel
Mhm.
like you knew what you were talking about. And
Right.
so, and then finally I just kind of decided to just,
Yeah.
everywhere. So like
Right.
mentally and physically and like
Yeah.
my day, like my family. So I was
Right.
in the like at the worst point and I literally pinged you during a lacrosse game and I was like, oh, he won't respond. And then all of a sudden you were like right there. So
The cross. Sorry,
it
Jess.
happened.
I think, you have earphones on right now? Do you have earphones? Because I think
Yeah.
the earphones are like cutting in and
The
out.
robot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're going robot mode. I couldn't hear.
Okay, hold on.
There was like a sentence there just like completely skipped. That's all good. How about, oh, let's see if, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Is that better?
Yeah, now it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just went
Yes.
into
Okay.
robot mode, like, and yeah,
Okay.
whatever.
Okay.
Um, but you were saying, I think the last part is you said like you were at the cross, and then you're like, yeah, you're just like at that, you're like, and then you pinged or said something. I can't remember.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
I was at a lacrosse game. I was at my son's lacrosse game, and I just was like so mentally down. And so I had seen one of your videos, and I think that's when I
Yeah.
reached, just kind of messaged you, and I was like, oh, he won't respond. I'll have a few, like I
Right.
can just take that back, sort of thing, right? And like you were like right there, and
Oh,
you were like,
right.
and you were asking me questions that just kind of like really resonated with me. Do you know what I mean?
Hmm.
So,
Hmm. Yeah.
um, and then I mean, I think part of this is there's definitely like an investment, right, of
Yeah.
time and
Yeah.
money and
Yeah.
different things, and like I was telling my sister how like, I have to take pictures and post them and like, give them to you. And she was like, "Oh my God, like doesn't that?" And I'm like, it's just I'm at the point where it's like I need that accountability and I need
Right.
something that works. And so like for me, like it's kind of fun to see like month 1 to month 4 and like look back. Like now I'm glad I have the before pictures, but
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
it's one of those things like there's definitely some things that are uncomfortable, but the wins and the payoffs are so much more like they're so
Yeah.
much better, right?
Yeah, exactly. I think
Yeah.
that's a tough one for a lot of ladies. I find it's like, well, I mean, the photos are just for you. Like, we obviously don't like
Hmm.
do anything. Like, we tell everyone this, like, it's with your consent, but they're just for you. Because
Sure.
if you don't
Yeah.
have that starting, like, you don't know where you started. And it's like when you see that monthly, it's almost bigger than a scale win to a
Yes.
degree, right?
Yep.
So,
Yep. Yep.
um, yeah,
I
I'm
agree.
glad that you felt that. So,
Yeah.
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 But yeah, out of your comfort zone too. Like, tell me, like, when
Hmm.
you say the comfort zone, I guess like you know that you're gonna obviously like have to get out of your comfort zone to do different things than what you were doing before. That was obviously
Yep.
tough. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a huge
Yeah.
adjustment. But it's
Yeah.
it's funny, like for me, like I was actually in my closet yesterday and my mother was with me. She's visiting and we were going through my clothes and I was trying on clothes and like
Hmm.
there's clothes that like now I'm 2 sizes down on my pants. And now what's funny is because of the weights, because I never did weights before,
Hmm.
my butt has room in the 2 sizes down. Does that make sense? Like I didn't have the room in that butt before
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
that size, and that's kind of crazy. And then
Yeah.
like I have tops that have tags on them still that I've never been able to put on, and like now I have a whole new wardrobe of just things that I've been like trying to get into for 15, 20 years. You know what I'm saying? So
This has
that
been
kind of stuff is
15,
is amazing.
15, 20 year journey, like the overall. I can't remember. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was a lot smaller when I graduated high school, and since
Mhm.
then I've gained. I mean, collectively from high school till when I started with you, it was
Yeah.
70 pounds,
10 pounds.
70, no,
Wow.
60 pounds.
Hmm.
And so I'm down 25, right? So
Yeah.
it's just it's yeah, it's something again, it controlled me. So
Yeah. When you say like controlled you, I think like that's one thing that like I'm obviously not a woman. I'm not obviously went through
yeah.
menopause or menopause, but like control of like the weight controlling you. Like how do you mean by that? I guess I was
Yeah,
curious.
like I would have this thing where I would do like really good like for breakfast and lunch, right? And I feel
Yeah.
like I was eating pretty good. And then like, like I might have a dinner that I thought was okay,
Hmm.
but I'd never tracked food before. And
Hmm.
so for me, like I felt like during the week my scale would be okay. And then on the
Yeah.
weekend, then it would go up. And then it would be this
Right.
whole big yo-yo again. So then Monday morning
Oh,
I'd be really depressed and like start to kind of like Wednesday feel better and then like
yeah.
the yo-yo. So
Yeah.
for me, I always thought I was doing a better job. Like I thought I was eating right. I thought I was
Hmm.
eating okay. And then I've never tracked before. So like to
Yeah.
actually track things has been eye-opening for me, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Hmm.
even on the days where like even on the days where I like have something bad, I'm still putting it in there, right? Which
Hmm.
normally like I think the old me wouldn't have wanted to. I would have felt
Yeah.
like, oh, that'll be okay. But it's
Right.
like I feel like I'm all in, like I have to be, and so
Yeah.
that's been helpful.
Yeah.
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 Hmm.
All in, I guess you haven't been all in though at certain points, and that's a good thing though.
Oh no, yeah,
Yeah.
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 Like I feel like there's moments where like when the scale's not moving, like actually today is a good example, right?
Hmm.
So I've been out, I had a death in the family. We
Yeah.
were traveling. I had to be 4 days with no food scale, which was like the first time for me in a while. The scale still isn't moving, but like I would normally get frustrated and give up, right? But like again, yesterday I'm in my closet and I'm trying on clothes I haven't put on in ever,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that's the
I was,
thing is I feel like it's figuring out how you get through those times when you're like you've had a cheat meal or you've had like that kind of thing. Like sometimes I'll have wine. Like I don't have wine nearly as much as I used to, but
yeah.
I think that's where like you and Vanessa like really push. Like
Mhm.
there are those days are where it's just really like that's where it matters, right? Like I feel like it's how you overcome that. So
Yeah. Yeah. A
yeah.
lot of people like we talk about this, like if they bend the knee or they kind of give into that. It's very hard,
Mhm.
obviously, or else everyone would do this. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Or like
Yeah.
last night, my mom's visiting, my husband wanted to go to dinner. There's this place that has this amazing risotto. And I would normally, the old me would have had the risotto with grilled shrimp and 2 glasses of wine, easy,
Mm,
and then a dessert. And last night I was like, I'm not going to have the risotto. So I did shrimp cocktail and a
yeah.
salad,
Nice.
but I had a bite of my mother's risotto, right? So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like, for me, I was like, I don't want to have the risotto because I know how it's going to make me feel after. It's not going to be something I'm going to feel like good
Yeah.
about. And
Yeah.
I'm going to
Yeah.
struggle mentally for the next couple of days on the scale. It's just not worth it. So it's like you have to pick like what matters.
Not
So
worth it. That's huge.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Um, yeah, that's a big one. So now I guess you must feel like completely different. How many months has it been? You've been in here?
I started with you May 12th.
May 12th.
So
Oh yeah,
yeah,
like
yeah.
4-ish months there. You must, yeah, feel
Mhm.
completely different. Like you're like other than like the physical changes, which is incredible. Like what else is different, I guess, for you?
Yeah, so I think I've shared this before with you, but I got an anxiety medicine
Hmm.
prescription, and I was going to see. I had had chest pain for 8 months. The doctors didn't know what to do, and I had been rowing like really hard, so they thought like they said it was costochondritis, some inflammation,
Yep.
and so they gave me this medicine, and I was going to see a rheumatologist, and so she's like, just hold off on the medicine until I see you, and so
Hmm.
literally like I start your program. And I started to just like not even think about the chest. It just kind of like went away for the first time in 8 months, that mental.
Right.
And literally, my husband went to the pharmacy because I got this prescription, to refill. And I was thinking it was my thyroid or something else. I'm like, just go get it. And when he brought it home, I had to Google it to remember what it was. And I'm like, oh my
Hmm.
gosh, this is the anxiety medicine. So
Yeah.
literally, like early May, I was going to start anxiety medicine. And then because I found you, I'm not
Yeah.
taking that. So I feel
Wow.
like for me, yeah, I think it's a mental thing. Like I'm realizing like for me, it's the weight loss has been great, but it's also the anxiety. Like I feel like I have more control of that, and I
Wow.
could have never ever done that before. And so
Yeah.
it's even like the steps or like we kind of joke about it. Like I've been out in the pouring rain going for walks. Last night I was with a headlamp, right? Like I feel like I have to do that and I have to do the gym. Like
Yeah.
I hadn't missed a workout on your program until last week when we were traveling.
Hmm.
But it's those things like I make the time now because like again, the scale is important, but
Yeah.
mentally, as I get older, I have to figure out how to control my anxiety. And this is
Mm.
how I'm able to do it, which has been a
Wow.
huge, Yeah.
That's crazy. You think that's just like, well, it's kind of a combination of things, but the workouts themselves or just like just having a purpose structure. I don't know. What do you think it is?
I think it's just a stress relief, right? Like
Okay.
it's a
Yeah.
combination of like, and I also never prioritize me. You know, like you say this
Mm,
all the time, right? Like we're women, like we're wives, we're mothers, we're working, there's all these things, and there's a lot of stress around us. And so
yeah.
I've never ever like I would go for a walks, you know, certainly here and there, but I
Yeah.
never prioritized it. And now it's like a must. Like
Mm,
that's one of the things I love about your app is like even when I go to the gym,
yeah.
right? Like today I wasn't feeling it, right? And
Yeah.
I could see what I did a week ago for weights. And I
Hmm.
was like, I can't stop now because I did this a week ago. So
Right.
like last week, you know, I mean, I was doing I can't remember, it was the hammer curls this morning. For some reason, those were wicked hard. And I'm like, no, I did this last week. I think I did a higher weight. I did five at a higher weight. And today I was like, I'm gonna do six. Like I'm
Yeah.
gonna keep, you know what I mean? So like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think that's one of the nice things too is before, like if I went to the gym, like and I didn't do it very often, I'd have like the paper and the pencil and you have to kind of keep track.
Yeah.
Everything's right on the phone. It just makes it
Right.
a lot easier. So
Yes, 100%.
yeah.
I was gonna say, I brain farted there for a second. I was gonna ask you about for you. Oh my gosh, can't remember. Anyways, it was something you just said that clicked with me. Oh, prioritizing yourself. Was that like, do you feel like, I guess that was like not willing to take the time for yourself versus like even like obviously like even the investment side, but like even the time and like what was like behind that? Like is that so that you said you struggled for a long time with? Like is that
Yeah, oh yeah, oh
yeah.
yeah. I think it was guilt. Like I just tried
Okay.
to. Like, I have my husband, my two kids, the work. Like I was trying to
Yeah.
kind of like give something to everybody, and then
Yeah.
like I realized very quickly that if I'm not giving stuff to myself, I'm no good to anybody else, right? Like
Yeah.
I feel like even just like from a frustration standpoint, like I used to get so frustrated, and I feel like I just have better control of that. Like when things happen in
Wow.
the house or like with the
Yeah.
kids or different stuff, it's like it's just a different I think it's a different mentality. And
Wow.
I never, I mean, like this morning I got up and I went for a walk and then I went to the gym and it took some time. But again, it's just, I never made that time for myself. I would usually compromise and be on the, like watch a TV show with my husband or something like that.
Yeah.
And now I can spend time with him other ways, but it's just
Yeah.
like, I'm still doing it, you know, like it's not optional. Does that make sense? Like
Yeah. Yeah.
the
You're
days that
not
I don't do the steps, I'm like, no, like that's not okay. So yeah,
right. Exactly. I think it's
I'm
just
just better.
you're better. You're holding a higher standard for yourself, and
Yeah,
that shows, and obviously your results, and like just what you're willing to, I guess, accept. And I guess like you kind of
yeah,
a lot of as busy as you're busy as they get for the most part, and a lot of ladies kind of listen to this, so it's like you just made that decision that yeah, I mean it's worth it because you know that like for you what like in the past years not like that's a long time obviously not working out
hmm
consistently or staying in a like heavier obviously than you'd like to be. What do you think that affected? Like I guess you said like you're more like frustrated, irritated, but or what else was like that? Like not taking care of yourself that you felt like that you like that was a struggle for you in your life, I guess.
yeah. I mean, I was depressed
Right.
always. Like I would always have this like we have this conference for work, so it's like okay, like, it's every May, right?
Yeah.
And we've had 13 conferences in a row, and literally I would stand in my closet and I'd say, okay, next year I'm going to put this on, right? Like that the one of those things that has the tags on, right? That I'm putting on now.
Yeah.
Next year I'm going to put this on, and then like I'd get in my closet, and that happened just before I found you. I was going to the conference again. It was in May, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
damn it, I can't put any of these clothes on. So it's
Right.
like
Right.
I think it's just one of those things where I constantly would I'd give myself these goals that, but I didn't have a strategy. Do you know what I mean? So I'd give
Yeah.
myself these goals and say, do this. And then it would almost impact me even worse because I'd feel so
Mm.
bad about myself that I didn't hit it again, you know, the year after year after year.
Right. It's like it was a reminder every year, basically. It's like a
Hmm.
regret thing. And yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
that's something I kind of relate to is like staying in the same spot as long as like even if it's a little bit of progress from the year before, as long as you're moving in the right direction, not just like physically, but like
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
your life, right? I think that's a
Yep.
big thing for you.
Yep.
Probably feels
Yeah.
like really good breaking that pattern.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And this is one of the funniest things that I've noticed is I used to make Kraft mac and cheese for my kids.
Yep.
And I would literally stand over the bowl with, I'm not even, it's disgusting to think about, but I would stand over the bowl with like a wooden spoon and just like, I just could eat Kraft mac and cheese all day long. I loved it.
Right.
and now I can make it for the kids, and I don't even have a temptation to even try it. Do you know what I mean? And like
Wow.
again, it's
Yeah.
like one of those things, like there's things that you do that you don't want to admit to yourself sometimes, and that's one of them, right? Is
Yeah.
the stupid Kraft mac and cheese. Um, so
Stupid.
again, the food tracking has just been so eye-opening for me, for
Yeah,
sure.
you're just like aware of it for sure. Yeah, right.
Hmm.
And because I don't know, like the biggest things that when you started, like in your mind, I think we talked like about that is like you feel like there was like you knew there was maybe some under overeating, like some like you knew that, like, but you were avoiding it, like you had that avoidance.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
I think a
right,
little bit. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. And
yeah,
I also had no idea how many calories I was consuming.
right,
Do you know what I mean?
right.
Like, I just think that was part of it. Like even like fiber, for example, like just
Yeah.
things that are like good, or like the vitamins that you've helped us to kind of find, like
Oh yeah,
those
yeah.
types of things. Like I just, yeah, I didn't have that knowledge or information, I guess, if you
Right.
will. So
Yeah.
yeah,
All those
yeah.
little things add up. Like those are obviously like the smaller rocks, but like they
Mm-hmm.
for women in
Mm-hmm.
this stage. Wait, would you say you're right in like perimenopause or like right in full
I'm
blown
in menopause
right in full
officially.
blown? Yeah, okay. I
Mm-hmm.
thought
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
for everyone
Yeah.
listening because we work with women, there's different stages everyone's in. So
Yeah.
do you
Yep.
find like were you had did you have symptoms before? Like
I was pretty fortunate. I think
okay,
the weight gain was probably one that I would say,
yeah,
but
yeah,
I didn't have like the hot flashes or anything like that. So
right,
that
right.
was a good
That
thing.
was a good
So
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but like the weight gain, it kind of sped up. Like you said, like
Hmm.
when you hit there, yeah, it wasn't like it was like a. I know you didn't gain over like a couple months, but
Yeah, but no,
um,
I felt like it was like 15 pounds like in the last couple years that just
oh,
kind of
okay,
all of a sudden went up. So yeah.
right,
Yeah.
right, yeah,
And also too, like when I started with you, I had a goal of losing 30 pounds and now I'm
right.
at the 25 and I'm like, no, I'm not stopping. Does that make sense? So like, because it was funny. One time I was on a call with you and I was asking you, because I was like, the pictures aren't showing anything yet. And you're like, well,
Yep.
it's because you still need to lose some weight first to see the
Hmm.
results. But
Yep.
then I was like, oh yeah, he's right. Like I'm gonna go bigger. I'm gonna go
Mm.
more, you know? So
Hmm.
that's the other piece to this is like I have 6 more months with you and I'll probably
Yeah.
keep going, but
Yeah.
it's definitely like a lifestyle where I just feel so much better mentally
Yeah.
and physically. And
Yes.
again, like I was happy to talk to you just because I feel like I wish I found you sooner, you know,
Hmm.
like again, like I feel like I keep saying thank you to like
Yeah.
all the messages to you guys and stuff like that, but you
Yeah.
just the program you've created is
Yeah.
phenomenal. So,
Yeah, well, I'm glad that it's connected. Obviously, like I could tell everyone this is like you get what you put into it, and for
mhm,
you, like you show up basically, and you ask questions, and you're curious, and that's
mhm,
all we ask basically, because like, like I would say, closed mouths don't get fed, and you're just actively trying to do things. Obviously, you're putting in the work. Everyone has to do that.
yeah,
Like,
yep,
but that gives you that extra edge, I feel, in a way. Because the more
mhm,
connected you are with me, just the coaches, the community, you're gonna see better results 9 times out of
yep,
10, right?
yep,
So,
yep, yep,
yeah, super proud of you for that. I know it's not easy by any means, and
mhm,
some people I've had some people on here say like, "Well, I just joined your program, it's been easy," but like it's not easy, but it becomes easier in a way in certain
right.
aspects, I guess,
Right.
right?
Right. Well, and it's
Um,
funny because on some of the weekly calls that you do, like women are like, I love to go to the gym. I can't wait to go to the gym. And like,
yeah,
I just kind of chuckle because people would probably think we're all crazy to say that, but I
yeah,
totally get it. Like, I just like, it's like, I just want to see if you can go a little forward, like a little bit higher in the weight or like
yeah,
one more of the, you know, the reps or whatever. Like, it's just kind of, I don't know. It's just
yeah,
one of those things. It becomes a challenge, but it's also like a huge, like a payoff right away, you know, right when you're in the
right.
gym, you can just feel your strength. And I feel like when I'm in the gym, there's very few women. There's a lot of men around me, which is just kind of comical because I'm like, you know, yeah, I'm doing this, damn it. So yeah,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
doing get out of my way. Sorry, I just
Mhm.
gotta throw my orange cat out of the way, and I love when I
Oh,
do
I
these.
love your kitty.
Yeah, he's awesome, but he just decides to eat my legs whenever he feels it. So,
Oh, yeah.
um,
Yeah.
but it doesn't feel good. Anyways, but yeah, no, yeah, you deserve to take up space there. You know what you're doing now. So, like, I mean, yeah, so like that's awesome. So, but
Yeah.
what oh, you told me your biggest wins, I guess. You had a lot of wins. There's been just like life like outside of the gym, like I know you said like with your family and stuff like that. Do you feel anyone else is kind of feeding off of that? Like what you're doing? Like your
Yeah,
spouse?
my best friend visited me
Okay.
and she was like, you know, she just her jaw dropped because I had lost quite a bit of weight. And she noticed it immediately.
Yeah.
But she just when she got on the airplane and she texted me and she's like, keep doing what you're doing because you're inspiring more people than you know. Like she just, you know,
Wow.
like I think that's the kind of thing. And like my sister, I think she's kind of been very curious about it. But
Yeah.
people, you know, people do ask kind of like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
What was there anything that the old you like you wouldn't believe you have done like so far now? Like, is there something that you surprise yourself in what you're able to accomplish? Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Setting my alarm at 6:30 in the morning during the summertime when I didn't have to take the kids to school to get up and go for my walk was definitely a big one.
yeah,
Or again, like if it was pouring rain, I would have been like, oh, it's raining. I'm not going to go work. I'm not going to go for a walk.
yeah,
I think we talked about the pictures, right? That's definitely a weird thing to do for me, but I'm so
yeah.
glad I have the before pictures too. So,
Yes, yes.
I think it's, and I've told you I have this aura ring on me, but
Hmm.
it's just kind of watching that. Like I always have to get the 12,000 steps. Like that's one of the goals that Vanessa set for me. And so I
Yeah.
just like I'm always trying to figure out how in my like I plan ahead for my day. So I plan ahead when I'm going to walk, when I'm going to go to the
Hmm.
gym. I plan my meals ahead of time in the day. Do you know what I mean? So I know what I can have like at supper, sort of thing.
Yep.
So it's a little bit of planning, but then that's the kind of stuff that I didn't do before.
Right, right, right.
Yeah.
It just yeah, that preparation, the planning, and everything like that.
hmm
So
Oh,
yeah,
and also having I have ground turkey for breakfast, which I know you said you always have chicken every morning, and
yep,
I thought that was kind of weird. But then, like when Vanessa was talking to me about like having like really going heavy on your protein in the morning, do you know what I mean? Because it
yes,
keeps you more satiated
yep.
throughout the day. And so now, like I have ground chicken or ground turkey every morning, which is
I love that you're doing
again,
that.
it feels really weird to say that because
Yeah,
like but anyway, it's like I have a lot of the same foods too because that just makes
right.
it easy for me.
Yeah,
But yeah, I have ground
yeah.
turkey.
Yeah, I know. It's sometimes like doing it boring, you'll find it's a lot easier on yourself. Obviously, you're kind of
hmm
more good at tracking now and everything like that. But yeah,
Yeah,
easier the more boring the better in a way. But
yeah.
yeah, there's always little things you kind of adjust and make better and
hmm
whatever. So,
Yep.
but if you had to speak to the old version of you, Jessica, and like where you were before, who was she? Like who was that? I guess if you had to before you started.
I think just a very sad person who probably didn't know the potential.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah,
and um, like literally was consumed by the scale, and the
right.
scale drove everything. You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah,
and now I feel like like I told you, it's just like I feel like now because I've done this, I just have a little bit more control of my day. I'm not
mhm.
as frustrated. I don't get as irritable, if you will. Um, but yeah, I think definitely very sad. And
Yeah.
I just was going to continue, you know? So
Yeah, but that the hardest part is making a decision to change, and you did that.
yeah.
So,
Yeah. And also like my son had homecoming last weekend. So this was kind of funny. I did a side by side picture, Jesse. So his prom was in April, and I had this black skirt and a green shirt on, and I did the side. I was just to kind of like hide. I remember sucking in so much, and you can't even tell I was sucking in because there was a stomach there.
mhm,
And
mhm,
then last weekend he had his pictures, and so I literally like was standing front on the camera, which I don't normally do,
yeah,
and you can see such a difference. And
yeah,
like for me, like normally I would be like, oh gosh, and like my husband posted our family picture on his Facebook page, and I would like normally would have been like, oh my gosh, but I actually
yeah.
was like, you know what, I look good, you know,
Wow,
and I still have
that's
more to
good.
do, but
Yeah, yeah,
I would have
yeah,
never ever allowed you to take a picture straight on for me front, you know. So
yeah, yeah, yeah. And now, like, I mean, yeah, you know, you're still going. You got journey. I know you're gonna get there because you have
yeah.
that belief in you. And I think that's the
Yep.
biggest thing from separates you guys. So, from people that succeed, and there's obviously people that don't succeed in any program.
hmm
So, for you, I guess, yeah, there's being more like you're probably just more present in every situation, just
hmm
all of it, right? So,
hmm hmm
um, yeah, what was there a version of you, I guess, because you said like there that you almost didn't join. Like you're like, oh, I should take that back, right? Oh, I'll just delete that message. You won't see it, whatever.
hmm hmm
What would you say to the version of you that almost didn't pull the trigger and actually didn't decide to um yeah, make that change and that course of life? Like what would you say to that woman?
You're crazy. You'd be
Yeah,
crazy not to, you know?
yeah.
Like, yeah, like why not? You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
you're worth it. Yeah. I mean, it's yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a tough one because like the thing is like you said, you're worth it. I think it's like it's a fear of like obviously like doing something and failing or whatever again. I think that's for
hmm
like did you have that in the back of your mind or what
Oh,
was yeah.
absolutely. Oh my gosh, of course.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. And I know you say this like and I can hear you in my voice sometimes like trust the process,
Mhm.
right? Like and I see some of these women today like that are joining and like and you said it the other
Yeah.
day, right? Like and you have to because again, like right now, like I haven't lost weight. like I've lost 3 pounds in the last 3 weeks. And normally I'm mentally a little frustrated and I'm like, okay, well, I've lost 40 pounds collectively before you and this.
Yeah,
But normally I would have been like, okay, screw it. I'm just gonna go have some wine
yeah,
and like it's not working, you know what I mean? But it's there will be times, and that's what happened last time. Vanessa was like, Jessica, we're gonna up your steps. We're gonna get, you know what I mean? We're gonna get past this hurdle. And so I think it's just figuring that out, but also like I feel like I know I can come to you and Vanessa when something's not working and then
yeah,
have you tweak it or give me
yeah,
guidance. And
right.
there's strategy, whereas
Yeah.
there wasn't strategy before. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. It's hard when you get zoomed in a week over week. It's like 3 pounds and 3 pounds. That's still really good. Like a lot of people would
Hmm.
love that, but
Hmm.
also sometimes when you're used to going a little bit faster, or when you were going faster, right?
Right.
It's just yeah, it's never fast enough. That's the fun part
Yeah.
about this.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, no, yeah, can I if you don't mind if I can share this to others, just show what's just possible for them and what they
Of
can do.
course.
Okay.
Of course. Of
Awesome.
course. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Like I said, I just I feel just I can't even tell you. Like I feel like I again just thank you because it's a great program and you've built something that's fantastic for other people
Awesome.
to and for myself and others for sure.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
yeah.
Wow. Yeah. We love having you. So, and again, anyone that you deserve all the results you got. So, but yeah, no, thanks for doing this, Jess. This was
Yeah,
like,
of course.
this was very fun. I love doing these and just in where you were and like your mindset throughout this whole journey it's drastically changed very fast. There's a couple
Hmm.
people that
Hmm.
remind me of what you've done. So,